gentlemen, the Who Would Win of the Week this week is Kronk from the Emperor's New Groove versus Travis Kelce from the Kansas City Chiefs. I'll tell you what. This is more personal. This doesn't necessarily pertain to the fight.
I know you don't like Travis Kelce.
That's the thing is, I am. You know me. I'm so not the kind of guy to like arbitrarily hate an athlete because, of course, that's ridiculous.
No, it's not.
I hear you, but you know that. But you know that that's not.
Yes, that's not you.
But Travis Kelce, and I've heard he's a very nice guy and all this stuff, and it's just the fact that he played for the Chiefs. But there were so many years where he's just really fucked us, and it's very, when George W. Bush was president, a lot of people were like, if I met George W. Bush, I would not shake his hand. I would have a really hard time, I think, shaking Travis Kelce's hand if I met him. And I would, but honestly, part of me would die. And I know that is not.
Do you really think that though, or do you think you'd be like, holy shit, that's Travis Kelce?
I don't know. You know what? I'm sure I'm just being crazy. But
here's my thing, and then we'll get into the fight. For being a Bills fan, I have no qualms with Travis Kelce. What I will say is that I have a very interesting opinion about his relationship
with
the
Taylor?
one Taylor Swift. And I have nothing bad to say about Taylor Swift
of course not.
as well.
She's an
for multiple
reasons.
reasons. Mostly because I'm afraid of what people would do if I were to say those things. But I just think that based off of Taylor, I think they're and who knows how they are behind closed doors, but they're media facing personalities to me are such vastly different people, like the way Taylor is and the way Travis is. Like, I feel like Travis is kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, party.
Sure, he does
do
podcasts
that thing.
and stuff.
Yeah, and like super like bros bro.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Taylor Swift to me is like very the opposite of like everything that Travis is. Very like soft spoken and like I don't know, like female empowerment. Like, I'm not saying Travis Kelce is anti that, but his
I get you.
personality is like
everybody completely understands what you're saying.
And so I just don't. That's what I don't understand. But we're not here to talk about that relationship.
Opposites attract, brother. That's science. My finger definitely does smell a little bit like fart.
That's disgusting.
Kronk. Here's the thing. About Kronk.
Can I ask a question? Because from what I remember, Kronk is stupid, correct? Or is he
Kronk
really smart?
No, Kronk. Is Kronk actually a genius?
Yeah.
No, he's
stupid.
He's academically, he's dumb, but he's the sweetest guy, and he's so nice.
He's got a touch of Lenny in him.
No. He's not like that.
Okay.
No, he's not like. No, he's not like that. Here's what I will say.
In what way is he not like that?
He's not mentally disabled.
Okay.
He's just not academically inclined.
Okay.
Like, definition of a himbo.
Yeah, he's a himbo.
Oh yeah.
I don't really. Yeah, that's like a. That's one. That's like a new.
Jesus, never mind.
That's like a. That's like a
himbo.
Brother, do not waste your time thinking about what that is.
No,
because for weeks I was like, what the fuck is a himbo?
Weeks? I've never heard this word until right now.
Exactly.
You know what the word bimbo is, right? Like
It's a
woman who's
himbo.
like.
So it's a himbo.
Yeah.
So it's like
It's like Hearst
Ken.
Street.
He's a Ken.
It's like a Hearst Street.
He's a Ken doll.
You're getting closer. You're
Okay.
getting warmer. You're getting warmer. You're getting warmer.
Forget I said anything.
But Kronk, I don't know if you know this about Kronk, but he is I think they're called like the Squirrel Scouts or whatever in the Emperor's New Groove. And that motherfucker,
He's like the number one. He's all time.
yeah,
He's
all
got
time.
every badge in the game.
And now I've been the first person to talk shit on Eagle Scouts, but Kronk is so not just
He ties knots, doesn't he?
ties knots. I mean, wilderness training, he's got it covered, and I think those are skills that are going to transfer to the fight. Not only that, but especially in the Emperor's New Groove, you see Kronk running errands for Yzma, that bad woman, and he is jumping around and ducking. Like he for a guy who has like that classic prison gym body where his fucking torso is massive and his legs are so skinny.
Well, he's
that
got
motherfucker's
big shoulders.
He's
got wide
big shoulders.
Yeah.
But that guy's got balance and he's agile.
Yeah. It's tough because I always tend to lean towards athletes because they're athletes. Like they're the top, 1% of 1% of people that live in terms of
physical abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Travis Kelce's obviously done it for a long time at a very high level. So you have to, give him an advantage there. But I don't think that Travis Kelce was ever a Boy Scout, and I think that's an underrated point there because here's the thing. Here's the thing though, and great example of this is former Barstool employee, co-host of Bussin' with the Boys podcast, Will Compton. When he was with Barstool, he went on Surviving Barstool, and everybody thought like he was just going to be good at like the physical challenges and whatnot. But he ended up winning that. Spoiler alert! 2 years ago, he won that season of Surviving Barstool because he was really good at a lot of like the memory and puzzle challenges and shit like that. Because like people assume like, oh, big strong football player dumb, but like. And I'll say this because I've never played football. Like I still to this day haven't quite figured out, not having played football but playing another sport, like how you like
memorize routes. Is that what you're talking about?
That. Like I guess like, and again like similar to you, like you memorize lines and where to be at and stuff like that. Like I have never. I mean, I would memorize shit for like tests, I guess, in college, but. Like I never had to truly remember like
bang, boom, bang.
Yeah,
a fully timed out like thing.
Yeah,
that's
and there's a timing
something,
element to it. So like,
of course.
I assume he would be a pretty strategic fighter. Not only is he physically capable and probably exceptional there, but he's probably like mentally a very good in a fight too because he understands like he'll understand. Maybe not in fighting sense, but he has the ability to quickly adapt to like whatever style of fighter he's fighting against, even if he doesn't know what the best. And here's where I think this comes into play for both of them. I think that they could both take quite a beating.
Yeah.
Kronk for sure. So that's where my thing lies is like Travis Kelce, like obviously he gets hit for a living, but he does wear a helmet, all that stuff. Kronk, I feel like, can take a lot of abuse, both because he does from that bad woman, like verbally, but also like physically. Like I feel like you could hit him with a bat. It's like in a movie when like a guy who we thought was tough. You watch Reacher?
No.
Okay, a guy who we thought was tough like fights an even bigger, tougher like Russian guy and like punched him as hard as he can in the face, and the Russian guy like head barely turns.
Yeah.
And then he boom punch him and sends the guy
like
flying.
in Indiana
I feel like
Jones.
that's what
the first one.
That's what the start of that fight would be like. And then but as Kelce figures it out, can Kronk still take the abuse? I think yes. I'm actually going to take Kronk here. And I was going to take when we started this, I was going to take Travis Kelce because I don't like to go against athletes. But yeah,
let me say this: Kronk, his downfall. That guy definitely has undiagnosed ADHD.
Yes.
He would be so easy to distract. Even by something that was not purposely done by Travis Kelce.
Yeah, but that's the thing is deception is a big part of that, what he does on a football field too, right? Chip block, hold for a second, boom, take off, sit down, catch a football, touchdown. Like, that makes me want – I'm going back to Travis Kelce. I'm taking Travis Kelce.
It's really tough because I could see – I'm a Kronk fan. I love Kronk. I could see Travis Kelce just bodying him.
I'm taking
Travis
Kelce.
Tackling him, hitting him, taking him down like a fucking tank.
I don't think so. Like that's why I was thinking Kronk because like I imagine Travis Kelce being like, oh, I'm gonna hit tackle him as hard as he can, and I think like Kronk would just like. Not even like I think that's a big body.
If it was for sure, but I do think if we add that distraction element, Kronk turns like this, and then Travis is coming.
The shoelace
from his
is untied.
Other side,
boom,
bang.
Uppercut, bang.
Yeah.
But he is also the Squirrel Scout thing is where I factor in like maybe he is situationally smart,
which that's absolutely true.
But it might not be this. But Travis, so But you compare that to Travis Kelce's ability to use deception. I think that goes back in the favor of Kelce. I'm taking Kelce.
Here's my last push for Kronk is I can see Kronk really focusing, bearing down when he has to. Post that one, Travis Kelce I think is going to get in the first big hit, but if Kronk locks in after that, that's the way I see it. If Kronk locks in after that, I can see Kronk finding a way to pull it out. So,
I think Kelce throws the first punch. Kronk doesn't even notice it hits him. He throws the punch back, sends Kelce like across the ring. And then Kelce gets up, like stumbles a second, like gets his wits about him, and he's like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to try. Like I'm gonna have to think of another way to do this." And then he says, "Oh shit, Kronk, your shoe's untied." Kronk looks down, boom.
So
and
I
then
see
it's
like two of them kind of see each other.
Yeah.
And Kronk like sees someone he knows. It's like, "Hey,"
Yeah.
and then Travis.
Yeah.
But
I'm taking Travis.
I'm gonna put my money on Kronk, and I might lose that money, but I'm putting my money on Kronk.
That's the problem. You don't play this game with integrity. That's fine. You pick your pick, and I'll pick mine. I'm gonna vote on Travis Kelce, and he's taking Kronk.
I am taking
vote on
Kronk
that on Instagram
because I think he's gonna win
on Friday. Who would win of the week? Kronk from Emperor's New Groove versus Travis Kelce of the Kansas City Chiefs, aka Taylor Swift's boyfriend.